Hey everybody, it's May 1917, Eastern Front, and the Germans looked at the situation and pulled back. They're trying to shorten their lines. By shortening their lines, they were able to pull off a attack. Right here, there used to be two British corps right there, but by restructuring their force, they were able to do an attack and took them out. But they lost the core in themselves. So, yeah, they came out ahead, I guess. British can't replace their stuff as fast as the Germans can. So that is one thing in their advantage. And right now, there's a horde of Russians coming their way. And they have to worry about their middle. So they did take some reinforcements and rushed them into there. And they have set up a defense right there. Right now, they just have to stop what they got. And the Italians, after taking it on the snout earlier from the British, still digging in here on this road junction. It's kind of becoming a pain for the British for the moment, forcing them to do something about it. And they moved some troops up here into the mountains. So yeah, it looks like they're going to dig in right here and create their little defensive perimeter in the mountainous areas there, which is going to be a pain to root them out. There's the butcher bill. Lots and lots of dead. And then they moved some more reinforcements, plugging the lines over here. So basically, they almost have a solid line now going all the way across, except for where that one army group of Americans parked right there that are sitting on German soil. At the moment, they're the only place you find individuals on German soil are right over there, where they in eastern Prussia. So that's where you have it. But that's pretty much all they could do right now. They're trying to consolidate their forces better and figure out where they have to send them. It's not looking good. What the Austrians falling to the wayside and watching the Bulgarians get wiped out, and then watch the Ottomans, the entire southern flank just disappeared in the Balkans because of the British. All because of their success over there in France. It's kind of like a domino effect, I guess. The British had to go fight a war someplace, so they started off where they could do the best job. But we'll be back and see what happens with the Allies. Everybody, it's May 1917 on the Eastern Front. Allies' turn. Königsberg has fallen. It has fallen. They did take a complete army group with them. All you see is remnants of it, but it was a massive attrition battle, but they did finally take it. And over here, there was one battle here. The Russians attacked with 3 army groups onto this one here, and the end result was this one had 1 demoralized corps, and the rest stood. And it was an attack or attrition, which means that there was what used to be there is now gone in a piece of artillery. So that was a pretty hard hit. The Russians lost a bunch of average troops. They had some 3-5-3 troops that were in that attack, and it takes a whole bunch of them to do anything. And the end result was they lost it. They didn't gain any ground there. Alright, you can see the British are flanking over here. Actually, they're looking pretty hard at over there, probably. Maybe in that direction, or maybe at this direction. Berlin is the goal, probably, so who knows, they might go up this road right here, that rail line. Now, as we wander across the table, since the Italians pulled back, and this is all far the Romanians and Greeks can do, they're just sitting there parked and looking across the way and go, well, we could go farther, but they can't. They'd like to have a big chunk of Italy There was the battle right here, and the British did crush that one Italian unit that was dug in the mountains right there, but they're still looking at that one there in their way. But that's it. And the British didn't do anything looking across the way at that one German unit that's in front of them. So it's like, they probably want some of their buddies to help them out with some strength qualities. Okay, over here. We had one battle here. The American units attacked this one German army group right here, obliterated it, and did lose a couple corps in the process of taking out that one. And they did have a foothold right here and on the other side of the river, and they did attack from across here to here to here, and did take out the German unit was right there. So now they have a pretty good foothold across the river right there of southern Belgium. I guess that there's Luxembourg. I guess that is southern Belgium right there. So I think all of Belgium is now, I think it is all officially all in the hands of the Allies now. So it's been totally liberated. But I think the goal for the Americans might be Essen right there, and opening up a road to Stuttgart and try to get into the nice meaty part of southern Germany then. And then over here they just advanced down the line, but they said hello to the Italians. They didn't have enough strength to do any attack right there, but they did show up and say, oh, we're going to probably come over there and take some of Italy too. Okay, so that is everything. Now the one thing that'd be interesting is if they did open up this line right here from there, because they do have supplies from down here, from these countries down here. So if they got a line across, they would have supplies and they wouldn't have to worry about all of that naval resupply. That's the problem right now, is that the Allies are facing an issue of, it's like they can throw in a couple of units of Americans and then it's like, okay, we can't really supply much more, so it's kind of stalemating a little bit for the Americans. So it's either send troops and help out the British, or send troops and help out the Americans. It's and or type of deal. So I would imagine opening up this southern route would be actually a smart tactical strategy. And in the process, maybe taking out Italy. So we'll just have to see what happens there. Alright. That's May. I don't think there's anything else. The weather will be clear next month. And that's it. That's the end of the turn. Alright. Back.